Hi, I'm Jaya,
And I'm Venk.
and this is the Reality Hate.
We have another show where we're bringing you two recaps. Yep.
Right.
Recap.
And nothing really happens in either one.
It was an end of the season, possibly the era of the Real Housewives of New
Yes.
Jersey, and it fell flat. But we're going to go through that, and then we're going to discuss New York, and then bring you some hot taglines. First off, and the most important thing that y'all need to do is like and subscribe to us. You can also follow us on Instagram, follow us on TikTok, follow us on the YouTube, which is what I said earlier, like and subscribe.
Right,
Smash that subscribe button. Hit that like button. We are at Reality Hate F, REALITYHATEF. You know, like the curse word. Like the curse word. This last episode of The Real Housewives of New Jersey season series finale.
Yes.
We want to curse. Like, y'all wasted about time.
Glad it was only 13 episodes. 13 painful episodes.
Painful to watch. I'm thinking it needs a makeover. Like Teresa's new home.
Yeah.
She needed an old new home makeover, and she got one.
Yes,
now we need a cast makeover.
Now we need a whole new cast.
Yeah. So, Jay, shall we get into it?
Let's do it. Let's get into the Real Housewives of New Jersey finale, Borefest. We meet Teresa's boyfriend right at the top, Louie. She's wearing that horrible outfit that I just can't get over.
Yeah.
He looks exactly like the kind of guy I thought she would date. Like the teeth, the face, it all. They are a match made in heaven.
But it wasn't Pauly D, which I had suspected, so I was incorrect.
Wrong Shore House. Wrong Jersey Shore House.
Wrong Jersey Shore House.
And they seem very, very happy. They go to dinner. They seem like they're in love.
I love that they're in love.
They're in love. He keeps telling her she's a dream come true. They have a moment where he has to get up.
Wait a minute. Hold on. He said what? He said she's a dream come true?
He said Teresa's a dream come true. She's a dreamboat. She is the catch of the century in his eyes.
Hold on 1 second. I want to break this down because dreams, but there's another word for dream. It's also a nightmare.
Nightmare.
You say he wasn't, or a fever dream. Which one? I'm confused.
Maybe it was a fever dream. Because he stepped out of that shore house and straight into heaven. Yeah.
I think we need to redefine dreams and heaven, apparently.
Yeah, it could have been a night terror. And he's in it right now. But happy as can be. He even had to get up from the table to kiss her. He had to have a big moment. Now, here's what I thought of that big moment.
Yeah.
He likes being on television.
I'm sure he does.
I was like, are you in love with her or are you in love with the Real Housewives of New Jersey?
I mean, sad that it's coming to an end.
Please let it come to an end. I'm over it. So we move on. Margaret's planning her Halloween party / birthday party for her husband, Joe. One of the many Joes.
I love Margaret.
I love Margaret. She wasn't sure if her house was going to be done, but Joe successfully finishes everything and it looks great.
I really do. Good taste. Like that is some good taste.
Good taste. Really he does a good job.
So well.
She's she does a great job. Maybe, Indians mix patterns and colors really well.
We really do.
Yeah. Look at you, Vang.
I mean, this is I think it's Ksubi it's pronounced Subi.
Subi.
That is this denim jacket. This shirt is by COS.
I love that shirt.
I know, right? It's
the
actually
best.
I mean, then I can do things like that.
Oh, look at you.
I mean, they're like I can have a moment that's like wistful. It's like
This is Chicago Bears.
I love it. I love everything.
Yeah, like, and I can have moments like this, like.
Ooh. Am I actually gay? I don't now. I mean,
I would have never known. What?
No, I mean, I think you just turned me straight.
Oh.
I mean, your husband.
Oh, I won't.
About our love affair.
He's in the next room. Hopefully he didn't hear.
Uh-oh. He's taking care of the children's.
Anywho, we move on to Melissa and Joe having the same fight about Joe needing more attention, Melissa working too much and being independent.
Is everybody
not understand?
Is everybody named Joe? Literally. Joe. Y'all need to be inventive.
Oh my God.
I want just one Tony. You know? I wanted one.
What's Jennifer's husband's name?
Who cares? Although through his sexism, he actually said something about a misogyny that I was like, wait, but you're a misogynist talking about I'm so confused.
Yeah, he did at the Halloween party. He made some comment. He was drunk.
We can't even give him the credit.
Yeah, he was drunk. And he was dressed as Prince, a bad prince. I was like, you don't look so good. Everybody else looked great.
Except for her. Melissa looked the best. Her body is just banging.
She looks great. I'm sorry, she does. And I thought Margaret looked great. I loved their look.
Oh yeah, they're spectacular. I mean,
right? And I'm gonna give it to Teresa. She was cute as the cotton candy.
Yeah, I know. I wanted to take a big bite out of it.
Yeah, she was. That was great. So then, after we leave Melissa and Joe in their fight, we move on to Dolores renovating, which I feel like a season ago or 2 seasons ago, she renovated her home, but she's doing it again.
It's always important.
Renovating her home again.
For the next season that they might not have.
For the next season that they might not have. And she is justifying the choice of not getting married or not the choice of not getting married, not having the choice of marriage, and saying that she's a very independent woman. She never wants to live with another man again. She's okay with it. She helped design the house that David's living in. She doesn't want to live in it. She wants her house and she's going to make it the way she likes it. And she's okay with it. Just in case you didn't know, she does not want to get married. Even though she did last season, she doesn't this season.
Dolores, I want you to know that we support you. You don't need to over-justify, but I feel like you had to make a point. But we get it. We get it. And we love you. And you can do whatever the heck you want.
And the truth is, I think that the New Jersey housewives had zero conflict. They needed something. They were grasping at straws here, and you were the target. Your relationship was the thing that they decided to focus on because they had nothing else. So
it was as slippery as a spaghetti noodle is what I would say.
I agree. Hey.
I'm stupid.
You're funny.
You're cute.
So we move on and we see that Teresa is talking to her kids and she's mad that Joe Giudice went on Wendy Williams. P.S. Did you see his look? My God.
If you think that guy could look any worse.
He's very skinny. He's lost a lot of weight, but
he lost a lot of weight.
Clothing, like the haircut, the clothing. I was just like, I cannot. This is a Halloween costume. But that's how he dresses every day. He looks like that. but he has a girlfriend. So, okay.
Congratulations.
Congrats.
Who is doing him?
Someone in Italy.
You know what bothers me is he can get laid, and it's very sad that I cannot. How long can I keep on saying, well, it's COVID? Well, it's COVID.
It's COVID. It's COVID.
I know, but I mean, vax for vaxxed.
I love that you keep it right there.
Just in case I need it, like, you know.
Knock, knock, knock.
I am a liberal.
So she's mad. He went on Wendy Williams and talked about his girlfriend looking like that. I was more mad that he looked like that. She was mad about the girlfriend. And Teresa makes it very clear that she doesn't want to go public with her boyfriend because they're not serious. They're very serious, but they're not serious.
Okay, let's just.
They love each other, but no one can know. So then we get to the Halloween party. Everyone looks great.
Teresa came as a cotton candy.
Yes, Teresa came as a cotton candy. She was so cute. And Jennifer's husband constantly is making the joke. So Dolores comes as like a broken woman, you know, really bones, wrapped, whatever. And Jennifer's husband is like, she's broken. Get it? She's broken. Get it? And it was like, shut
Get it
up.
Why are you guys?
Get it? Stop. I hate your look.
He came as Prince.
And not a good Prince.
You know, Prince rolled over in his grave twice.
I'm sure he did. And then Jennifer gets drunk. She's just drinking tequila, acting obnoxious. Surprise.
You don't say. Of all the Jennifer getting drunk, it's so shocking.
She doesn't drink much. Isn't that what she said at her tea party in front of Teresa? And Teresa goes, what?
Maybe one of the
drink much.
Maybe one of the best things.
So then she gets drunk. It's embarrassing. I think everyone is a bit embarrassed for her. Dolores makes a comment about it. Jennifer justifies it, and they move on. And then Teresa and Dolores have a moment together where Teresa says she didn't bring her boyfriend because they're taking it slow. I don't know.
Just like every episode of The Real House of New Jersey.
They're taking it. The 13 episodes were taking it slow. And then we get back to Melissa and Joe and their relationship. And the fact that he called Margaret, or that Margaret called Joe chauvinistic, and he's angry about it. He's not a chauvinist, but he is. But he basically wants Margaret to apologize. But Margaret's like, well, no, you were being a chauvinist. And then Melissa begins to defend her husband. So she has a side with Margaret, Dolores. Is that all that was there? Teresa was sitting there, but she was quiet. And she says that, you know, she's upset that Margaret said that Joe was a chauvinist. And Dolores said, well, but he was. The things he said to me were chauvinistic and it was inappropriate. And Melissa's like, I just don't need you commenting on my relationship. And trust me, what you say and what you think is going on is probably 10 times worse for me.
This was, this is going to last at least the 1, 2, 3 reunion episode. Yeah.
I think we get something big in the first episode. Like there's something bad that's coming.
Something about crazy hair. What's her name? What do I call her? What do I always call her?
Oh, breakdown hair.
Why is it that I coined the term, yet you're the only one that remembers it? Something happened with breakdown hair.
Hey, Jackie, Sonny and Cher. Didn't they come as Sonny and Cher? Yes. Jackie.
I love her. Jackie, she's okay. She's a little boring.
She didn't really contribute much.
And we ended on.
And so they've had that issue. And basically, Melissa ends it as, you know, she doesn't want to talk about her relationship with the girls. And she wants to keep it between her and Joe. I don't blame her, but you're on the reality. You're on the Real Housewives of New York City. So like, can
New
you talk about your relationship for us?
They're on their Real Housewives of New Jersey, not New York City.
Did I say New York City?
It's in New York City. The reason why I know
No, because I'm so anxious to get to New York
yeah,
City.
and also, how could you say that? Yeah, you see how the difference between what they wear.
Huge.
And also, there is a person of color in New York City. I mean, it only took 20 years, but still.
So yeah, that's kind of how it ends. And then they give us little updates that aren't very interesting, and the show's over. And we go to the reunions. I hope the reunion is exciting.
You know what? Let's just be honest. You know what? If it's not exciting, you got to cancel the show, because I need to know somebody had an affair. I want to see, like, maybe, Margaret once pushed, what's her name's husband into a pool last season or the season before. Danielle Staub's husband.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Remember the days of the hair pulling. No more. Let's move on to New York.
Let's move on. It's so boring. I hope that New Jersey reunion gives us more. I hope the reveals are good, but maybe not.
Mm-hmm.
So unfortunately, not a ton happens in this New York episode, but we still enjoy it. And we know good stuff is coming. We know it is.
We know.
We trust them. So we open on Leah and Ebony.
We trust these women to do their job, because all I know is Sonia goes crazy sometimes this season, and I am ready to rock and roll.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
We open on Leah and Ebony. I don't like Leah's sweatshirt, and I'm a big bow person. I like bows everywhere. I love bows. I just didn't like the sweatshirt, but that's okay. And we find out that Ebony is living in her ex-boyfriend's apartment,
mm-hmm.
that they broke up during COVID, which we learned in the first episode. They were engaged, mm-hmm. and COVID just kind of separated them. They wanted different things. Ebony wants kids. She wants, there's a lot more that she wants that she wasn't getting from her fiance. And then we also learned that Sonia made Ebony uncomfortable. She felt like Sonia gave her a look down. I think that happened for sure, because I think Sonia touches on it too.
Yeah, I didn't notice. It's really weird.
I didn't notice a look down, just the fish.
Because I was so distracted about her diversity of fish. Like, these women, this is what's so crazy. And I noticed this when I moved. People ask me how growing up in Indiana was compared to when I moved, and I'm like, the first time I saw real racism, now it does definitely exist in Indiana, don't get me wrong. It right. Very much so exists. But the first time that I was hit with really horrific racism is when I moved to New York City. And not just directed at me, because I was there during 9/11, but just the movie A Bronx Tale?
Yes.
Okay, so Arthur Avenue and Fordham Road, listen, it's still as racist as it ever was. But that was the Bronx. You'd expect Manhattan, but these women live in a super bubble.
Right.
I mean, the thing about Ebony is she can move her way through all these places, but these women their microaggressions and their subtle ignorance size. That ain't no word. Their ignorance is going to come out just little by little.
You can see it, like Ramona having the special connection, which Ebony caught on to and was like, yeah, we don't have a special. This is you pushing. Yeah. Ebony touched on that. We see in upcoming episodes, it's not going to work out. Like it clearly is not going to work out, and we're going to see it.
Ramona is probably I don't want to say.
I don't want to say it either, but yes, her instant connection, like you said last week, Ebony said, yeah, it wasn't justified. It was totally unjustified. Like, she doesn't know me, but she has an instant. She barely talked to me. She has an instant connection. Okay.
You can always, it's just like the opening is, it's just like the opening few scenes
She's
of
in the
Get Out.
MAGA hat and she's like, we had an instant connection.
No, but it's like the movie Get Out. They're like super duper nice, and then they just want to take your soul away from you.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
I'm worried for Ebony. This might be Get Out too.
I'm worried for Ebony too. We're gonna see what happens. So then we find out that they're headed to the Hamptons, and Ramona is hosting for Leah a Burning Man themed party. And we see, Ramona was really trying. She had the hair and she gets into the outfit. She's got the pasty.
She looks cute too. She looks cute too. I don't know. I am like, listen, I would go see, for me, I would never attend Burning Man. Okay.
I wouldn't either.
Because
you can't take a bath. I can't stand that.
It's not, my people do not do this. We wear cologne. We take showers every day. Unless
I don't want sand in places that I don't want sand.
Exactly. I'm not
days.
I want to smell bad and think it's cool. It's not actually. I'm an adult. Now Burning Man is for some people.
These women, like, guess what, Ramona? Who would dress you at Burning Man? Like, you would not look like that.
But having said that, I know this is not Burning Man because I really wanted to attend this event. Do you know what I mean?
You wanted to be there?
If I want to be here, this is not Burning Man.
So we find out that this is happening. In between that, Sonia has her healer, Alita St. James.
That is a porn star's name.
St. James comes. And she's working with Alita St. James.
Alita St. James is a porn star name.
It sure is. St. James.
Anything St. James
is a porn star name. She is a special healer, and apparently Sonia's subconscious is in her colon. Never knew that.
You go to West Hollywood, everybody's soul is someone's. Dirty jokes.
And in the healing, Sonia reveals that she kind of is not over her divorce, that she felt very secure and loved by her husband, and he's gone. And she's very stressed by, everything that's happening, the loss of Century 21. And she's questioning whether she should have stayed with her husband for her daughter, which also confused me because I thought the husband left her, but maybe not.
No, the husband left Sonia.
Okay, I was so confused by that comment. So I was like, what? Huh. Okay. So she's still working through not being a Morgan officially,
Not being a Morgan work through program has lasted quite some time.
It's been going on. And so then we get to the party. We get to the point of the whole episode, which is the Burning Man party. Leah shows up. Ramona woke up at 7:30 to get her hair done. Getting ready for the party. And Ebony shows up. Everybody's, she's very gracious. They're standing in the kitchen, and Ramona refers to someone that's there helping to set up for the party.
The help.
By the wrong name, and she calls them the help, which we've heard before. And then she says, I get my helps. Sometimes I get my help's names wrong or something like that. And everybody is a little taken aback.
Ebony goes, did she just say that?
Yes.
I was like, she sure did.
But are we surprised? No, it's Ramona. Of course she said that.
She's gonna say, dear Ebony, she's gonna say a lot more.
Yeah.
Say a lot more things.
This is just the beginning.
This is not even an appetizer. This is a very small, like a course meal. You're on course one, girl.
It's good. We find out that Heather is joining. Heather from the past episodes. Yummy Heather. Blech, she's boring. Who cares? She rides people's coattails. She never brings anything. This is why she wasn't on the show. Why are they bringing her back in? I don't get it, but they are.
Here's the, I have Okay. Heather was annoying. Like her level of cultural appropriation really got. Did you notice it? Did you
Heather?
know? Yeah.
Well, she wasn't there yet.
No, Heather in the previous seasons.
Oh,
Did
in
you
the
know?
previous. I don't know if I did. Let
She's
me.
like Paula, and like
Oh, yes.
she was using AAVE, and I was like, I know she's worked with Puffy, but
It doesn't make it okay.
yeah, look, but there was something very inauthentic about, like, she, I think she just like, she wants to do all of this, but it's like for show. Leah, who is friends with Ebony, doesn't do any of those things.
No.
She
Leah is the better version of Heather.
Yeah, like she appreciate well, but Leah doesn't come across like a culture vulture.
No,
you know?
and Heather is just trying. I
Too hard.
I was never, yeah. So she's coming, who cares? And I think at one point Ramona is talking and Ebony asks a question and has to continue to ask the question, continue. And finally she goes, I think you have a listening problem, Ramona. It's like, yeah,
No,
did you not watch previous episodes or?
No. And she was saying it like she was saying it to like really be like, Ramona, shut up.
Right.
But the thing is, Ramona is so self-involved that she's like, I think I do.
I know.
I think I made it.
But she really does.
What are you on? Sometimes I think she does meth.
Something. She's so like
crazy eyes. She's always. Remember when she was on that runway? She had crazy eyes.
She's meth.
Yeah.
Meth. So then they have the healer come now for Burning Man. Yes, she was there. Sonia says Ramona first needs a black and white explanation as to what's being healing because she's Ramona. She can't just like relax and.
I love when you told her to shut the F up.
Yes.
You're just shutting the F up. I was like, thank you, Sonia.
I loved it. Sonia said she's avoiding her daughter because she doesn't want to burden her. She just wants to check out. They do a sound bath, which I'm into sound baths. I haven't had one in a while, but I do enjoy a sound bath.
I might laugh during the sound bath.
They're great, actually.
Should I be more open-minded?
You should. We'll go sometime when COVID's over. When COVID's over, we'll go for a sound bath.
Okay, but there was another sound that came out later out of Leah.
The screaming when they all just felt like screaming. You know, Leah's grandmother is dying. We're finding out that she's sick. And so she was letting it all out. You know, they were just.
I'm going to try to keep an open mind here.
Keep an open mind.
I feel like you shouldn't judge anybody's. Well, I mean, our job is to judge people, but.
And then Ramona screamed at one point.
And then you're like, but wait a minute. The best part was everybody's like, no. Ramona.
I know. I felt like everybody screamed and then Ramona screamed and they were like, what?
The best part is the whole thing was about not judging, and I was just judging Leah.
I know.
And then Leah pivots and goes and judges Ramona. I'm like, y'all just do one thing right.
Right? So then when they finish with the sound bath and the healing experience, Ramona walks up to the healer and she's like, you know, I didn't know what to expect, but I really appreciated the experience. It's like my mind got a massage.
You know what's funny? As crazy as the what was the reader, the spiritual leader, whatever she was.
The healer.
The healer. As the healer looked like a cartoon character.
She did. She did.
She looked like she came out of a Disney Pixar. No,
or like Dexter, or like Doug. Remember Doug?
She could have been like one of the cartoon characters in what's that cartoon with the old man and it's about him dying, that famous one.
Oh, you mean
Yeah, she looks like one of those characters that belongs to that. But even she looked at Ramona like she was out of her damn mind.
I mean, she sure did. So then there's skinny dipping. Ebony will not get in the pool without her clothes on, so she gets on a float. Smart. Fine.
That probably is a lot of money for those clothes.
Right? And so the dancers come. They're like dancing with these dancers and these, crazy people. Ebony makes an Irish exit because Irish goodbye because she just has to go.
You know what? I really respect that about her. She's like, I had my fun. This is good. I'm going to go. And then, of course, Leah follows her.
The thing is, she said, I just can't handle all this energy. And it was like, sister, this is like your first, like, what? We're in episode 2. You're in for it.
Yeah. I don't know what show you signed up for. She has admitted to being a fan of the show. She knows what it's about.
Exactly. So she's really trying to protect herself. She's in big trouble. And so then they dance and like that's the end of it. Episode 2. Hopefully more happens. It's only episode 2.
It's only episode 2. Honestly, it looks like something's gonna happen because I feel like Bravo is literally like, oh my God, what are we gonna do? They have a show called Summer House. Like, I'm not doing it.
I cannot watch Summer House. I tried to watch like 1 or 2 episodes and I was like, I can't handle this.
No, absolutely not. But you know what it's time for? Taglines. So today's tagline comes from Luke Lizaldi, the great Lizaldo. And his tagline is, I never judge my friends until they leave the room.
Whoa.
I love when we're self-congratulatory.
I know.
Guys!
Seriously, though, can you please send us your taglines?
Send it to the email down below.
Yes, and what is that email, Bank? What is that email?
RHATF@gmail.com. So it's REALITYHATEF@gmail.com. So please send us your taglines.
Mm-hmm.
Send us also, again, I am single.
He's vaccinated.
I'm also vax or vax. I think I'm still gay. I'm not certain. Maybe you could help me out of that rut. I'm desperate. Somebody loved me. Somebody just loved me. Pick me. Me. Anyway, I'm Venk.
I'm Jaya.
See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Blackwater. We like it.
So good.
Quenches that thirst.
So good.